Hello. Oh, I get my keys work. Hold on. Hello.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
I hear you fine. Hi, Miss Tanisha.
Hey, how are you?
All right. Let me show my face a little bit here. I'm
How's everyone
lounging.
doing?
Pretty good. And yourself?
I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. So we're just gonna give a couple minutes for some more people to come on in. If everybody can turn their cameras on, it'd be cool. I mean, of course, I'm gonna show my screen. And if you guys have questions, you actually can post in the chat over here. If you have a camera, put it on so we all can see because we're all in this room together. Make sure you guys mute yourself too when you come on, so we won't have the background noise. So when others come on, they can mute themselves. So hey, Erlene, hey, Judith, hey, Katie, hey, Neva, Terry.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How's everyone feeling?
Good,
Great.
good.
Great, great. You guys are ready to learn something?
Got my paper and pen.
Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Let me see. You guys can see. I'll give another 2 minutes for more people to come in. I'm trying to share my screen at the same time. Should be able to see it. You guys see my screen? Let me see.
Yes, I see it.
Okay, you see the webinar?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great, great, great. So of course, I want you guys to, of course, ask questions, but I may not get to see them all, all at the same time. So try to wait till to the end for your questions. So write down your questions. and I will answer them at the end of this webinar. So if you can type in the chat where you guys from, and if you already have an e-commerce business. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Type it in the chat. And let me know if you already have an e-commerce business. So we have Katie from Florida. She doesn't have a business. I want to make sure everyone can see my screen. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. So let me know where you guys are coming from. And also let me know, if you have an e-commerce business, because you're here, because you are interested in e-commerce. You are interested in e-commerce and you want to position yourself. So let me know if you already have an e-commerce, or if you started e-commerce, or you're looking to get into e-commerce, or you started before and it didn't go well. Just let me know while we wait for some more people to join us. Let me know, what position are you in right now with e-commerce? So Mackenzie says she doesn't have an e-commerce. She's from Fort Worth, Texas. Hey, Amber from New York. I have an e-commerce business. What kind of e-commerce business do you have, Amber? Haiti, she does not have an e-commerce business. Hey, Judith, how are you? Erlene says she's from, look like Michigan. She doesn't have an e-commerce. New York, need to get better. Terry says she needs to get better. A. Coleman says a woman clothing boutique up to size 3X. Okay, so we got some people on here that's already into e-commerce and some people that are not. It says I'm from Nevada, I don't have a business. Okay. So this is great, right? So this is great. So we have a variety of different people that are, into e-commerce, and some are not, and some is just looking to get into, e-commerce. And, I'm going to break down today, ladies, what e-commerce is, right? And the new wave of wealth that we are embarking, upon, in this new, in this new world that we're in, right? We all know, that COVID is alive, and well, and, a ton of people, it's unfortunate that, a ton of people, are losing, their jobs, they're losing homes, they're losing houses, they're losing everything, right? But see, there's another side to this, right? There's people buying houses, right? There's people buying cars. There's people fixing their credit. There's people becoming millionaires, right? So that's where I want to focus, tonight, right? Because we already know all the sad stuff, that's going on in the world, right? So we want to focus on the positive stuff, because positive energy is what brings you in prosperity, right? Negative energy just pushes, prosperity, and abundance away, from, everybody. So let's get some positive energy, tonight. Let's really get focused on, the future that's ahead, right? Let's not look at the past and, say, oh, well, I couldn't do this, or I started this, it didn't work out. Let's be more positive about the future, because COVID basically showed me that if you don't have your own coins, you won't have nothing, right? Because your job is not enough, right? Now I'm for jobs, but if the only thing you have is a job, it's a problem, right? So a lot of people depended upon their jobs for the last 30 years, 20 years, 5 years, 10 years, just to be let go. And then the even sadder part is that the people that weren't let go were the essential workers who now are overworked. Some of them have died, and some of them are underpaid, right? So, see, this is not how we're supposed to live, ladies and gentlemen. We don't supposed to live in turmoil. We don't supposed to live in fear. We don't supposed to live with anxiety, all the time. We supposed to live an abundant and fruitful life. We supposed to wake up when we're done sleeping, go to sleep when we're tired, travel when we want, do what we want, hang around the people that we want, and make the type of money that we want. But the only way we can do that, ladies, is with a business, right? You can't do that with a job at all. You really don't have the time. You got to take off time from the job. You got to take off, time from the children, and you got to put in time, or you got to save up enough money to go travel. It's a truly vicious cycle. And for me, when I had a job in 2011, I absolutely hated my life. I hated my job. I hated my life. And I said to myself, there has to be a better way. There's no way that I'm going to die broke. There's no way that I'm just going to keep living check to check and looking at my bank account on $2 or negative $2.21. I remember when I went to the ATM one time and I printed out my balance, and it came out to negative $2.21. And I kind of got choked up, and I said, well, damn. So I just got paid Friday and it's already Monday and I don't have any money. So I said, something has to give, right? So I had to make a decision whether I was going to continue working that job, or, I was going to start and do my own thing, right? So I was fearful, maybe some of you guys are fearful of starting your own business, stepping out on faith on yourself, working hard, for yourself. But my job had to fire me in order for me to actually do something different, right? Some of you may have left your job already, or some of you may need to get fired from your job, or some of you may have left your job, or got laid off because of the pandemic, right? But all I know, guys, is that the new wave of wealth is entrepreneurship. And this is what our ancestors were. Our ancestors were not looking for jobs. They were not looking for good paying jobs. They were not looking for pensions. They were not looking for 401ks. They were not looking for retirement plans. Our ancestors were entrepreneurs, and this is what the world is going back to: entrepreneurship, people creating, people doing their own thing, people living a quality of life, not just trying to survive, but actually living a quality of life starting now, right? You don't have to be 25, you don't have to be 15, right? So we got to understand, guys, where the world is going, right? So this is the webinar of the 21st century. And if you guys have been following me, put a 1 in the chat. Type a 1 if you guys been following me more than about a month. If you've been following me more than about 30 days, type a 1 in the chat. And if you haven't, just type a number 5 and say, I just started following you like a week ago. I just started following you, today. So let me know, because here's the thing, guys. I have a passion to help people move forward, right? I mean, I've been doing this for 7 years, working from home, from the comfort of my home, and I absolutely love it. Okay, I absolutely love working from home. I absolutely love empowering people, seeing people go to the next level, seeing people do, great things. So this is the webinar of the 21st century. Make sure you guys have your pen and paper out. Make sure you guys take extensive notes, because I'm going to be giving away actually $100. So who can use $100? Like, I think anybody can use $100. So I'm going to be giving away $100. But let me introduce myself. I'm Tanisha Marie, and I've been online for the last 7 years. I absolutely love it. My job fired me. I was a social worker, for ACS in New York City. I hated that job. Let me tell you, I hated the job. Okay, when I first started, I got a job right out of college. I was excited. I was like, man, I'm gonna, help people. I'm gonna help, women. I'm gonna help families. And what I started to realize after like 2 years of being there, that nobody really wants to move forward. Everybody just simply wants to stay on government funds. They want to stay on government assistance. They want to stay on Section 8. They want to stay on Medicaid. They want to stay, on welfare. And for me, being ambitious and motivated, I said, I can't see myself doing this another 25 years, just helping people stay stagnant. Right. I did not like that. So it didn't sit well, with my spirit. So my job fired me. And, actually, that was the best thing that happened to me and my family, that my job got rid of me, because it was like the world lifted off of my shoulders. It literally was like the world lifted off of my shoulders, because if having a job is like a rat race, right? You go to work, come home, go to work, come home, go to work, come home. So I had children and a husband, and I was never able to spend time with them. I was always tired. I was never able to actually do homework with my children because I was coming home late. If you guys know of social work, you can end up working 10, 12 hours a day, and then got to be right back to work 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning, because you did a removal, or you're removing kids, or you got to go to the precinct, you got to meet with the cops, and you got to fill out all these reports. So it was just too much drama. I got fired. My cousin introduced me to network marketing. She said, you know what? This is another way that you can make money. And I said, well, show me how. Now, of course, going from employee to entrepreneur mindset is a whole nother journey. It's a whole nother process. It's a whole nother journey. So if you are now an entrepreneur and you find yourself struggling a little bit, it's really your mindset. 80% of winning is in your mind. It's really just 20% of the work that needs to be done. So it took me about 3 to 4 years to really change and shift my mindset into entrepreneurship, because I went from working a 9 to 5 or 9 to 9, making $35,000 a year, to now I wanted to make $30,000 a month. So it had to take a mind shift for me to say, you know what? I want to make my own money, secure my own bag, and do my own thing. So it does take some time. It does take a lot, and it does take effort, right? It does take effort on you, personal development. So I had to read books. I had to hire mentors. I had to get with the right circle. I had to get courses. I had to do these things in order to change and cultivate my mind, into becoming an entrepreneur. Because an entrepreneur is simply a mindset. So thank God that I did that, because now I was able to buy me a house. I was able to buy me a Benz, well, two Benzes. I'm able to travel, do what I want, go to sleep when I'm tired, wake up, after I'm done sleeping. I take myself to the spa, every single month, because self-care is everything. I didn't realize how much self-care is, because when I had a job, it was just go to work, come home, and I didn't have time to care for myself. And this is why a lot of Black women have heart attacks. This is why a lot of Black women have a bunch of anxiety, because they don't take care of themselves. It's just the work, the kids, work, kids, and they don't stop. A lot of Black women are having heart issues. I have a friend who's a nurse, and she said the amount of Black women that come in for heart problems and anxiety is incredible. So, this is a problem. And the job is like the root cause of Black women not taking care of themselves, right? Because they think, oh, if I'm taking care of my kids and I'm going to work, I'm taking care of myself. And that's not the case. So thank God I got fired, right? Thank God. I still thank God to this day, that I got fired from, my job. And guess what? I have not looked for a job in the last 8 years. And I do not plan on looking for a job ever again, because now I understand how money works and how to get money. So now I have a passion, and now I have a purpose to be able to help other women, whether you're a single mom, whether you're a married mom, whether you're just a single woman that's saying, you know what, I want to make extra $1,000 to $2,500, a month, from home. So now I have a passion to do that, and I'm on my way to helping that 1,000 families. Because I've been online for some time, I had to take the time to personally develop and grow, myself, and of course, I attract the people that want to be connected. Right? I attract the women that want to be connected to me. So I'm in a great position. I'm living life on purpose. And, I'm happy that you're here because it's really truly time to learn something new and do something different so that you can get some different results. So I'm giving away $100. Who can use $100? Type a number 9 if you can use $100. Who can use $100? Who can use $100? So here are the rules for your $100 giveaway. So on my last webinar, I think Rose, a lady by the name of Rose, she won $100. And so all you got to do is take great notes, okay? Take good notes. If you have to screenshot this, take a picture of it, screenshot it, whatever you need to do. Take great notes. See, I realized or I learned in entrepreneurship is that the person that takes the best notes can study easier, right? Because the notes that you take now, you can now go over those notes, and now you start to create this wealth book. Right? Because now the notes that you're taking it from seminars, you're taking it from webinars, you're taking it from books or courses and classes, that you have. And then now you're able to go back as a reference. So good note taking is key. All right. So take great notes. You must be following me on Instagram. So if you're not following me, take 2 seconds right now to follow me on Instagram, Coach Tanisha Marie, and follow my brand page, which is Onesie Queens. Okay. Here's the next thing, right? Tag 10 of your friends on my onesie page on your favorite onesie. So I got over 30 different styles, of onesies. I just actually started this business, like less than 2 months ago. And honestly, I didn't even know women like onesies. I didn't know women love onesies. I didn't know women love pajamas. But now I know that women like pajamas. So now I can see myself making 6 figures with this business. So follow me, follow my onesie page, tag about 10 of your friends and your favorite onesies that you like, and tag me. Take a picture on Instagram, on your Instagram story. If you don't know how to do it, just go to your Instagram. There's a little camera at the top. Go to Instagram, there's a little camera at the top. You take a picture, you tag me, you put the little @ sign, and then you put my name, and it's going to tag me, and then you click send. And then I'm going to get the notification that you actually tagged me in your notes. Okay. So at the end, I'll pick a winner to see who actually did this, and you're going to win $100 cash. Now, you got to have at least Cash App. If you don't have Cash App, I don't know. I don't have Zelle, but Cash App is good. Maybe you may, borrow someone's Cash App to get it to you. But I'm going to be giving away $100 Cash App to the person that follows this. So whoever takes the best notes, whoever's following me on Instagram, following my page, and then tagging 10 of your friends. Okay, not just random people, actual people with accounts. Tag them in your favorite onesies. And at 9 p.m., I started a 30% off flash sale for my onesie. So you definitely want them to get that so they can start their holiday shopping in my store. So $100 giveaway, guys. This is going to be the easiest $100 that you may ever get, or you may ever win. So the PDF. Who downloaded the PDF? Who downloaded the PDF? So the PDF Okay, so basically the PDF goes over you, right? The PDF goes over you, goes over your finances, helps you to understand, right, where you're going and what you're doing, right? So the PDF goes over your liabilities, it goes over your assets, it goes over your power team. And what I've learned in entrepreneurship, guys, is that you need a team to win. You need a team to win. There's no such thing as winning by yourself. You can lose by yourself, but you can never win by yourself. So you need attorneys. You need CPAs. You need experts, right? You need a pastor. You need a therapist. You need a coach. You need all of these things as a team in your corner, guys, to win. And it's unfortunate because we didn't learn this in school, right? We didn't learn this at all from kindergarten to college, right? We didn't learn this even from our parents. I know for me, I didn't. Right? I didn't hear nothing about get an attorney, get a CPA, get a therapist, get a coach. I didn't hear that, right? It was just go to school, get a job, and hopefully everything works out. Right? So if you guys filled the PDF out, just type a number 5. Let me know if you guys filled out the PDF, because these are the things that we actually need, guys, to succeed. And then the PDF also goes into creating your own product, or your own service, right? Because again, we all are leaders, right? We all are leaders. So we all have something to offer. We all have a story to tell the world, right? But unfortunately, like I said, a lot of people let fear stop them and then they never do nothing, or they never go and be great. Remember, if you believe in God, God gave us everything within ourselves already, right? God already told us that we can be great. We don't need permission. We don't need to pray to God to ask Him to be great. We don't need to pray to God for an opportunity. God already told us that we can go out and be great. We are just stopping ourselves. We are letting fear stop us. We're letting stagnation stop us. We're letting friends stop us. We're letting spouses stop us. We're letting co-workers stop us. We're letting our jobs stop us. We're letting our kids stop us, right? So I believe in prayer, but if you keep praying for the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and you're not taking action towards that prayer, you don't have any faith in yourself. So you have to buckle down and say, I'm going to have faith in myself. God gave us everything that we need already. It's just now taking the correct action. So this PDF, guys, is for you. So you should have it, put it in a place where you can reference it, right, from time to time, so that you know what you're doing, if you're moving forward, if you're on the right track. Now, if you haven't filled it out, I think you should fill it out, after this webinar, because it's very, very important, guys, that, you understand where you are so that you can actually go somewhere. So let's talk about what's killing your wealth. Let's talk about what's killing your wealth. Now, the biggest problem, with money is that we don't know enough about it, right? The biggest problem is that we don't know enough about it. And then every time that I got paid, right, it was something to spend money on. I had to pay bills, taxes, and inflation was a killer, right? Inflation is the silent killer, and taxes is the silent killer of our money. Because with big businesses, we understand that, we got to shop and we got to go to Walmart, we got to go to Target, we got to go here, we got to go to Amazon. We know we got to spend money on getting things that we need so we can see where our money's going. But with taxes, the government takes your money before you even get it if you are an employee. See, if you're an entrepreneur, you tell the government, right? You tell the government what you want to pay at the end of the year. So I love entrepreneurship, right? Because I pay less taxes than most people that have a job. And I'm happy to say that because taxes is theft. Taxation is theft anyway. All it is the government just taking your money and doing what they want to do with it. And unfortunately, with the new president that's coming in and the new vice president, they're going to raise our taxes. So if you were already struggling to pay bills, or you are already struggling, to save money, or if you're already struggling to build your business, unfortunately, it's only going to be worse. And over 700,000 people applied for unemployment this week. So, this is not something that we want to take lightly, guys, right? So big business is killing your wealth. Debt is killing your wealth. I mean, of course, people got credit card debt. Student loan is a killer. I'm hoping that Biden and Harris, that they cancel student loan debt, because this is a big problem in Black America. See, here's the thing. We want to live the American dream because we were not taught anything, right? So it's like, okay, well, if you go to college, you can get a good job, you can get a good position, making six figures, making seven figures. But then you realize you get into school and this is not really what you want to do. And then you realize it costs too much. And then you realize, well, damn, I can't even pay this or even get a job paying me double of what I owe, right? So this is a real vicious cycle, man. And then inflation is the silent killer, because your rent goes up $50, your rent goes up $100, milk goes up another $2 every year, bread goes up another 50 cents every year. So it's like, if your paycheck is not going up with all of these things that's going up, how can someone get ahead? You can't. It is very sad. You cannot get ahead, guys. And unfortunately, 80% of Americans right now are stuck and they can't get ahead because of these things that is killing your wealth. So we have Thanksgiving coming up. People spending a lot of money. Black Friday coming up. People spending a lot of money. Okay. Small Business Saturday coming up. People spending a lot of money. Christmas, birthdays, New Year's, President's Week, Dr. King Day, Easter, Valentine's Day, all of these holidays, people spend a lot of money. They said on Halloween that the candy sales went up. Now, some people may say, how in the world is people buying billions of dollars in candy? We're in a pandemic. But again, people are home, right? And this is something that's also killing your money. People don't need billions of dollars in candy, right? But because people are home, right? And a lot of people don't have anything to do because they're home or they lost their job, right? So buying candy now gives them something to do. So candy sales actually went up this year. You can Google it. Google it yourself and see where candy sales was in 2019 and see where candy sales is in 2020. Okay, so this may be probably like maybe $1 million off, but the debt ceiling in America right now is 27 trillion. Now, no one can even go through $1 trillion in a lifetime, in 20 lifetimes, right? So $27 trillion, guys, in debt is horrible for the economy, because this simply means that no jobs can be created. No jobs can be created. I just told you guys that in this last week, 700,000 people applied for unemployment. That's terrible. That is terrible, right? So 27 trillion, just imagine $27 trillion. Who's going to pay this $27 trillion back that America owes? Unfortunately, our great grandchildren will end up paying for this, or even our grandchildren will end up paying for this through taxes and inflation. Remember those two, right? Taxes and inflation. That means things go up every single year. Milk goes up, car note goes up, insurance goes up, premium goes up, interest goes up every single year. And if you don't have a business that can make money every day, then guess what? You're going to always be behind year after year after year. I remember I met a lady And she told me she make about 60 grand a year at a job. But after taxes, she was only making about 40, maybe 38, maybe $40,000, a year. So she said to me, she feels like every year she has less and less money. And I broke it down to her and I said, you do, because inflation goes up 3% a year. And if your job is not paying you at least a 5% raise every year, you're negative 3% every year. If your job is not paying you at least 5 to 6% raise on your salary every year, you're going to be negative 3% every year. So this year, you're negative 3%. The next year, you're 6%. The following year, you're 9%. And it just keeps going down, down, down. A lot of people end up committing suicide because it's like, I don't have any money. I don't want to get another job. And then my bills keep going up. And then I don't have enough money for anything. Right. So it's devastating, guys, because money is up there with air. We need money. So if I ever hear people say, oh, money's not important, that means you don't have it. As simple as that, right? Because money is up there with air, right? Just like we're wearing these masks now. These masks is stopping us from breathing. Right? So the same thing with money, guys. We need money every single day of our lives from birth to death. Unfortunately, especially in the Black community, guys, we did not learn enough about nothing. We didn't learn enough about enough. So now it's like we're going to work to death. We're going to work like slaves. And then guess what? We can never live our best life, right? We die with debt up until, 27 trillion, right? And then we never live a quality of life. This is very sad and it's very heartbreaking and it's emotional, guys. It's emotional because unfortunately, this country is built on the backs of Black people and we have nothing to show for it. It's a shame. It's a shame, right? But 27 trillion, guys, our grandchildren will end up paying for this debt that we owe. And unfortunately, some of them are not even born yet. Okay, so we talked about the taxes, the city tax, state tax, property tax, sales tax, real estate tax, FICA tax, auto tax, gas tax, this tax. So if your job is not paying you or giving you a raise, guys, every 6 months or every year, it's impossible to get ahead. Impossible. And I know people that can't get ahead and they refuse to get ahead because unfortunately, once you get into a rut, it's hard to get out of the rut. Once you get on this rat race or this rat wheel, it's hard to get off. It's like you're speeding up to go nowhere, right? A lot of people speeding up to go nowhere, and then going back to college is not the answer. Going back to college to spend 30, 40, 50,000 just to make an extra $5,000 makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, right? So you guys are here for e-commerce, right? So e-commerce is the activity of electronically buying and selling of products online or services on the internet. So type of number 2, guys, if you shop online, if you shop on Amazon, if you shop on Facebook, if you shop on Instagram, shop on Walmart.com, Target, put a number 5. Put a number 5. Because e-commerce is the new wave of wealth. So if you don't want to pay taxes or you want to lower your tax bill, or if you want to beat inflation, right? Or if you want to lower your debt, e-commerce is the way. I personally was able to pay off my $20,000 student loan with my e-commerce business. Okay, I did that about 3 years ago. I paid off my student loan. That was the best. I wrote them a check and I said, you know what? I am completely done with this. My husband, he paid off his student loan debt. And I said, my children are not getting into any student loan debt. because I'm going to make sure, because student loan debt is a reason, one of the reasons that Black wealth is at zero. Last month I did a webinar and Black wealth was at $3,000. Now it's at zero. Student loans have a part to play. And then your job have a part to play. And if you lost your job, now you have nothing. And a lot of people are taking out, they 401k. So I'm grateful for e-commerce. I'm grateful for, the platforms such as Facebook or Amazon or Shopify, where I'm able to now put products on a website and be able to market it online from the comfort of my home, right? See, this is not something that is difficult, right? It's just now understanding how money works, understanding where people are, right? So if everybody is shopping online, why don't you have an online store? Or why don't you have an online business? Now, here's the next thing. Due to all these restrictions that COVID is having, and all the malls, a lot of malls have shut down already. And a lot of people don't even want to go to the mall because of COVID. But sites like Amazon, Shopify, Facebook, Instagram will generate billions of dollars, and they have already created trillions of dollars since COVID. This is crazy. In a pandemic, people are still spending trillions of dollars. See, I don't believe people don't have money, right? I believe people just don't prioritize right, because Cardi B, her Reeboks sold out in 30 minutes. The PS5s, that was $2,000, they sold out in an hour, right? So people have money. The iPhone 12 that came out, guess what? People were lined up to buy this $2,000 phone, right? So I don't believe that people don't have money. It's just, what are you prioritizing, right? What are you prioritizing your money with, okay? So the new wave, guys, is e-commerce, okay? All of these online sales is coming from me and you and people just like me and you, guys. So this is the wave. Amazon, Jeff Bezos, the CEO, he said, in the last quarter, which is from October to December, he said they had a goal and they met their goal, their income goal, in October. So that could have been billions of dollars, right? Already they made. And guess what? Everybody shops on Amazon. Everybody shops on Amazon, okay? So you can screenshot this. So for the first 10 days of the holiday shopping season, U.S. consumers spent $21 billion online. Now, you can Google this, you can find it, however you want to do it. $21 billion in 10 days. Who don't have money? People got money, okay? People have money. This likely stems from the fact that 63% of consumers are avoiding stores and buying more online, with the health concerns due to the pandemic driving that decision for 81% of people. So basically, they did a survey and they asked people, would you rather go into the mall or would you rather shop online? And people said they rather shop online. But I also want you guys to understand why people also have money. Remember, we had got how many people got that extra $600 in unemployment, right? Now that you're home, or most people are working from home, because that's the new trend. Now people are working from home, so you no longer have to have transportation now. So now you have that extra money. The kids are home, so now you no longer got to pay for a babysitter or a sitter, right? Now you no longer need to pay for food every day at the job, or when you're on your lunch break. So that's another couple of $100 that you're saving, every single month. So actually, people have more money now staying home than they ever did before. And people are also taking money from their 401k, and your student loan has been deferred for a year. And Trump has given people these SBA loans where people can get up to $100,000. So people have more money now, right? So I'm a firm believer that people have more money. So guys, can you mute yourself when you come on? Mute yourself, because I hear this background noise. Or I may have to mute you guys. I don't know whose one is this. Someone's on. I'm gonna mute whoever. Someone just came in. Let me see. Okay, so it's off. Let's see. Hopefully, whoever just came in, mute yourself out. Okay, so I believe, guys, that people have more money now. Okay, and more people are starting businesses now, right? Because again, people are realizing that their business, that their job has no place now. If your job fires you, what are you going to do, right? You can't go look for another job because nothing is hiring. So what are people doing? People are starting more businesses. And I'm proud to say that I've helped a lot of people start more businesses in the pandemic than ever before. And this is huge, guys, because Black wealth needs to go up. And the only way that Black wealth can rise is if we have a business. We can't work for the white man and say we're building Black wealth. It's impossible, guys. Let me see who's this, because I got to mute whoever's this out. Sorry, guys. This is the only thing about. So I had to mute that person out because all this background noise. So I believe, guys, that this is the time for Black people to rise, right? I feel like this is the time for Black people to rise. No one should get depressed that your job fired you or your job, laid you off, right? You should get empowered and say, now it's time for me to move forward and start building wealth for my family. So just think about this. In the last 10 days, 21 billion dollars, guys, were spent coming from us. Coming from us, not just the computer, right? Coming from us, guys. So now is the time, for real. So you should screenshot this so you can have it, in your notes. So here's the thing, guys. We are in an economy of entrepreneurship, free enterprise, and automation, okay? The job thing worked in the 1970s. It worked in the 1980s. It's not working now, okay? 18-year-olds don't want a job, right? 19-year-olds don't want a job. Let me see, who's this? 18-year-olds don't want a job. 19-year-olds don't want a job. 16-year-olds don't want a job, right? Because again, if you see mom go to work every day and now mom, her job is gone and now mom's stressing, you're seeing that you don't want that for your life. Right? See, the children are more conscious now. They're more money conscious now. They're more success driven now, right? They don't have to just go to a job just to make money. They can sit home. These kids is trading Forex. These kids are starting their own businesses. They own hair business. They own hair companies. They own nail companies, selling their own hair products. All of these different things is happening now because of where the economy is going. So automation is a whole nother thing. So Uber drivers is the next ones to go. Uber drivers are the next ones to go. Why? They're already testing automated cars. They already testing automated cars. They're already testing this stuff, right? So we got to understand, guys, where the economy is going. And if we don't stay ahead and maintain staying ahead, we're going to be behind. And unfortunately, if you were over 55 and you lost your job and you don't have the energy and the will and the ambition and the motivation to start your own business, guess what? you're just going to fall by the wayside. And it's very, very, very unfortunate. See, technology works against baby boomers, but it works for the millennials. So if you're under 40 years old, you're considered a millennial. Anything over 55, you're considered a baby boomer. But if you're between 40 and 55, you're considered Gen X. And they call you Gen X because they don't know what to call you. So they just say Gen X, okay? But millennials under 40 and then baby boomers are over 55. And all baby boomers are interested in is their retirement. They don't want nothing else. They're not interested in nothing else. All they want is their retirement. And unfortunately, 401k is the thing of the past. 401ks is the thing of the past, and pensions is the thing of the past. So my husband's a CEO, and he said that the new hires that's coming in, they're not even offering them benefit packages anymore. They're not even offering them any type of benefit packages. So that means you just got to work, and then hopefully you're saving up money for retirement. So this is not good, guys. This is not good. This is going into a self-driven economy where you got to do for self. Unfortunately, the parents didn't teach us this. School didn't teach us this. Our pastors didn't teach us this. No one taught us how to get ahead. I read a book called The Miseducation of a Negro. And what he said, his name is Carter G. Woodson. So if you don't have that book, it's called The Miseducation of a Negro. And what he said was we were supposed to get education of 100% of like a pizza pie. So think of a pizza pie as like a whole. He said we only got half of a slice. We didn't get the 100%. We got half of a slice of the pie. So we don't know enough about nothing. Our parents only taught us to go to school, get a job, retire, and die. That's it. What about traveling? Right? What about freedom? Right? What about making money? Right? What about contributing? What about being a contributor? Right? Contributing to charities, contributing to your family, contributing to other people. Right? My family didn't teach me anything about contribution, right? So again, guys, there's so many things that we did not learn. This is why Black people are so behind, okay? So here's the thing. There's only 7 things in life to do. Get a job, start a business, go to the military, get on welfare, Section 8, go to school, be a stripper, or a freeloader, right? So we got to pick, right? Because we have to pick which way or which avenue we're going to go down in order to have success and win. Unfortunately, if you don't have a job that you actually love, then it's a waste of time. If you don't have a job that you love, okay, it is a waste of time. That means when you wake up in the morning, you're excited to go to your job and you are so happy to perform your job. Unfortunately, 98% of people hate their job. And then out of those 98% of people that hate their job, guess what? At least half of them don't even have $400 to their name. This is sad, right? Unfortunately, my parents didn't teach me about a business. They told me about the military. I didn't want to go to the military. I didn't want to get on welfare. I didn't want to go back to school after I got my bachelor's degree. I didn't want to be a stripper, and I sure didn't want to be a freeloader, right? So we got to pick which one. Unfortunately, our parents just drilled us and said, jobs, 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 jobs. Get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. See, if our parents said, start a business, start a business, start a business, start a business, how many of us would have a business? If our parents and pastors and teachers said, start a business, how many more Black people would have a business? At least another 1 million Black people would have businesses. That would mean less people would have jobs. That means less people would have student loans. And student loans is killing us. Okay, student loans for the government brings in $1 trillion a year. And if you deferred your student loan right now while we're in the pandemic, here's the problem with that. Your interest is still accruing every day. So it's like you're never pay your student loan off, and your student loan only goes away if you die. This is sad. This is sad. This is very, very sad. So May says she can't hear me. Can everyone hear me? Because May says she can't hear. Let me see. I can't hear you. She's been saying, okay, that's someone. I didn't get the PDF. So Christine, it was in the email that you should have got it. So everyone who filled it out should have, filled it out. And again, that PDF focused on where you are and where you need to go. Right. So can everyone hear? So Judy said, I can hear. Okay, great. So the PDF was focused on where you are right now, May, and where you need to go. Right. And unfortunately, my parents never said, let's see where you are and let's see where you're trying to go and what's your goals. What are your true goals in life? Right. So my parents never really taught me too much because they didn't know too much. Right. So unfortunately, I grew up. Thank God I know what I know now, but I didn't know too much. So that's why I worked a job. Now I know better. My mom didn't teach me about credit. My dad didn't teach me about credit. They said, I don't need credit. Meanwhile, you need credit for everything. Who knows that? Right. I didn't know that. So now that I know better, because I've invested in myself to do better, right? I now can transfer this wealth of knowledge that I have to my children. Wonder if everyone is cut out to be an entrepreneur, because if everyone's an owner, who will work? Well, here's the thing, Julie. Everyone is not cut out to be an entrepreneur. So you have to be hungry for freedom. That's what it boils down to, right? You got to be hungry, Julia, for freedom. You got to say, I don't want to work for nobody else. And guess what, Julie? A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel, I don't want to work for no one. I don't want to clock in for no one. I don't want to wake up every day and go somewhere with a bunch of people who I don't even like. But see, for me at my job, I only liked my job for the first 2 years. I was there for 5. So I liked it for 2 years, and then for the other 3 years, I was miserable. But I didn't know a better way. See, the thing about business, you got to be exposed to this. Someone has to expose you to a better way of life, because if all you see is your coworkers, and if all you see is your family members and everybody working a job, then all you think is a job, that's it. And if everybody's complaining about student loan debt, or everybody's complaining about being broke, then you think that's life, right? So this is why I tell people you got to start you a business so you can get around other people that are elevating. Okay? You can't do too much elevation at your job, because unfortunately, even though you're getting promotions at your job, and if you're Black, remember, racism plays a big part. How many Black people are really at the top of any industry? How many Black people are really at the top? And we work and we work and we work our behinds off and we get nowhere, right? So for me, I feel doing your own thing is easier. Less anxiety. You can take care of your health. You can take care of your family. And guess what? You can break the generational curse of living check to check. So no, Julia, you're right. Everybody's not cut out. It's only the ones that's really seeking freedom is the ones that's really going to work towards having and starting a business, right? So like I said, guys, there's only 7 things to do in life. Job, business, military, welfare, school, become a stripper, or just be a freeloader and be bumming off people, because there's plenty of that. right? So for me, I don't want a job. I'd rather have a business. I'm too old to go to the military. I think the cutoff is like 31, 32 years old. So if you're over 32, then the military's out for you. I didn't want to get on welfare, right? I don't want to go back to school, right? Because first of all, it costs too much and it don't teach me nothing. Here's the thing about college. College gives you a bunch of brain food. How many of you guys have a college degree? What college degree do you have? I have a bachelor's degree, and it took me 6 years to get that bachelor's degree. How many of you had a college degree? I have a college degree. I have a bachelor's in psychology, actually. I actually have a bachelor's degree in psychology. And what college did, all college did was teach me a bunch of brain food. College did not give me any real skills, right? Hands-on skills, knowledge, right? All college did was give me a bunch of book food, brain food to be able to get a job in a specific area, right? So I'm for trade school. So my daughter, she's in trade school, right? To do hair and facials and things of that nature, because now she's gaining a skill that she can go take anywhere in the world, right? So if you're on here and you're a parent and you're gonna push your child to go to college, let them make a decision. Don't go get in debt just because you want your child to be the first one to go to college in the family. No. I'd rather you take your child to a trade school and learn plumbing, learn electrician, learn hair, learn computers. The only thing I think people should go to college for is if you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a nurse, or you want to do something in technology. Because everything else, guys, is a waste of time, money, and energy, especially with the internet. The internet has allowed us to see more. The internet has allowed us to think bigger and dream bigger and want more things. So it's no longer you just sitting at home and just watching TV. You can actually get on the internet, guys, and see more. Right? So that's why I say the 16-year-olds, the 18-year-olds, the 10-year-olds, the 12-year-olds, the 21-year-olds, they're not even looking for jobs. They don't even want to deal with a job. First of all, they don't even want to listen to a supervisor. They can't even sit somewhere long enough to do anything. So again, we have to embrace our children and they want to be free. We have to embrace our children and their journeys in wanting some freedom. This is the biggest thing, right? A lot of people are dying because they're stuck and they don't know which way to go. Do you know at the end of the year, around holiday time, most people commit suicide simply because they realize all year they did nothing, they have nothing, and they don't plan on doing anything about it? So a lot of people commit suicide at the end of the year. So it's unfortunate, guys. And this is not talked about. All they're talking about is COVID and all this other stuff, right? But there's a lot of people committing suicide. And unfortunately, that's not being talked about because suicide is a mental health problem. And mental health is not paid attention to at all. And it is a huge problem in the society and especially Black America. So guys, really, I want you guys to think about your life right now, right? Think about where you are financially, in your health, in your relationships with your family members, your friends, and your love, right? Because love is the highest form of energy. Do you love yourself? Do you love your family? Do you love your friends? Do you love your job? Right? Because if you don't love what you do, then you might as well not even be doing it. Right? Because you're not fulfilled, you can't sleep at night. Right? And you're not living life on purpose. right? So I want you guys to take about 2 minutes. Think about where you are right now. Think about where you are right now and how did you get there? How did you get where you are right now? Whether you have a job, whether you have a business, whether you have a house, whether you have a car, whether you have 20 grand in the bank or, 100 grand in the bank, how did you get there?
What was the question, Nisha? Please, I'm sorry. I was doing something with my niece.
Well, I was saying, think about your life right now and how did you get there? Think about your life right now. See, because the only thing that matters is health, wealth, love, and happiness. That's all that matters. And if you're not working on all of these things simultaneously, then you can't live a life on purpose and you can't be fulfilled. So just take a minute and say, how did I get here? Whether you got 100 grand in the bank or $100 in the bank, whether your health is in great shape or your health is in the toilet, whether you got great relationships or bad relationships, right? If you're happy with your life or you're unhappy with your life, how did you get here? I know for me, when I was unhappy and I was over 350 pounds and I didn't like myself, I didn't like my life, my bank account was on $2, it was because of me and I didn't have no guidance. I didn't have the proper guidance. So I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments. It says, I have a bachelor's, criminal justice, bachelor's, master's degree. I got a master's degree, bachelor's degree. Wow. Struggling with heartache, tears, learning not to put others first, but before myself. Okay, I have a bachelor's degree. Okay. So now that you thought about how did I get here, right? Now you got to say, how can I get myself to a better place? Okay. So Neva is saying, been so selfish to myself, putting others before me, which causes stress and causes health issues. Yes. Yes. And if you have a job, all you're doing is going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. In the beginning, I don't know if you were here, Eva, but I said that I have a friend who's a nurse. And she told me that a lot of Black women come to her on a daily basis with heart problems because of anxiety, because of stress, because they're not taking care of themselves. I was 350 pounds when I had a job. Because at the job, I'm at the cubicle, I'm eating fast foods, I'm eating McDonald's, I'm eating, Chinese food every day. And you don't realize how much that hurts you, right? You don't realize how much you're killing yourself going to a job that you hate. You don't realize how much you're killing yourself by not sleeping an 8-hour night. I didn't realize none of this, guys, until my job fired me. I didn't realize that I was struggling with my health until my job fired me. I didn't realize, I didn't go to the doctor in over 2 years because my job. Because it was always job, right? I didn't realize that I was borderline diabetic, right? Because I didn't have the time to take care of myself. That's why I said the best thing that happened to me and my family is that my job fired me. Thank God. I thank God my job fired me, because the reality is I might not be here to be able to give you guys some knowledge and some game. Because I'll be at my job stressed the hell out and I'd probably be 500 pounds right now. I done lost a lot of weight being able to be an entrepreneur, staying home and taking care of my health. So that's why I said, think about where you are and then think about where are you trying to go and how will you get there, right? Like I said, I know what my issue was. I didn't have any guidance. My mom was the guidance. Just go to school. Go to work. Right? I didn't have a business or entrepreneur friend. Thank God for my cousin who introduced me to network marketing. And that's why I was saying, Julia, you got to be exposed to business. You got to be exposed to business. Now, unfortunately, Black people, we are at the bottom of everything. We are at the bottom of everything. So right now, I'm going to show you a chart. Let me see if I could. Let me see this thing here. Here goes this chart. Let me see. Let's put the screen share. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to show you guys this chart. And this is from Bloomberg. Okay. This is a chart from Bloomberg News. And basically, it just goes over, okay, the wealth gap in Black America. Okay. And remember, like I said, the only way that we can, get rid of this gap or try to close the gap is if we are able to make money on demand. Not getting paid every 2 weeks is not the way to build wealth. You got to be able to create money every day, every hour, every second, every week, every month. So 5 charts that show the extent of Black wealth in United States. So I'm going to show you these charts. And when I started doing, some research on this, I said, well, Black people are at the bottom of everything. We're at the bottom of owning homes. We're at the bottom of, having money. We're at the bottom of, having assets. We're at the bottom, right? But guess what? We're at the top at. Buying joints, so assets by race and ethnicity. So it's loading. So white, okay, white wealth over $100 trillion. Black and so others are like immigrants. It's damn near zero. See, this don't sit right because we have way more potential than white folks. We got way more ambition than white folks. We actually do. Okay, we have way more. Okay? So financially, Black folks from the 1989 to 2000, our wealth went up an inch. That means we ain't doing nothing. We ain't owning enough. We're not owning enough. So didn't sit right with you. And Dr. Boyce Watkins, I watched him. I'm in one of his groups, and he talked about the only way that we been is to use our talents, not a job. Talents are not to be used at a job working for someone else. We have to use our talent to own space, home ownership. Blacks at the bottom, not for Blacks. We're at the damn bottom. We're right. This is it. It's sad, right? So that's why I'm so passionate about helping, right? Especially Black women, right? Because a lot, right? See, God created us over our shoulders, right? See, men can't do that. Men are strong physically. Women, we are strong emotionally, right? And mentally, right? So men are not. So God gave us the powers. It's like we have these superpowers. Remember, if you have a child, you had to hold a baby inside of you. You had to hold a human being inside of you and then push him out. That's like superpowers, right? So women, we are like the head, right? So women, it's time for us to step up. It wasn't until my husband started seeing $20,000 a month go into my bank account is when I inspired him to start his own business. We are the head, women. Women are the head of the household. And unfortunately, like I said, Blacks, we at the bottom of everything. So you guys should not let this sit well with you, okay? Look how much this is compared to what we're doing. We ain't doing enough, and we are a $4 trillion people. We can create our own country if we wanted to. That's how much money Black people spend on hair, on liquor, on fast food, on weaves, on cars, on going out, on birthdays, right? I mean, it's so mind-blowing that this is what we should have been learning in school, how to get rich. We should have been learning how to get assets. We should have been learning about, Columbus, who ain't the first person who discovered America. We shouldn't have learned that crap. That's not what we should have been learning, right? We ain't really learned Black history, right? We didn't learn nothing. So we get out thinking, oh, I'm going to go do this. And we actually end up nowhere at the end of our life. It's sad. Or a pandemic like COVID hits and we realize we ain't got nothing. It's a shame. It's actually, a shame, guys. And, at the end of the day, it's like we got to, get moving like now, like, 2, 3, 5, 10 years ago. Right. So people that's thinking and praying about it, stop. We got to get moving. You see these numbers. This is not like something Photoshop. This is in 2020. This is data from 2020. We way below everybody else. And we don't have to be. We choose to be. Because we can say, oh, the white power structure, racism, and white supremacy and all of that stuff. But guess what? We can continue to complain about that, but then we also killing each other. We're racist against each other, right? So it's like we're holding ourselves back. This is why I'll never be broke another day in my life. Because now I know that we're at the bottom. So I got to make sure that me and my family stay ahead of this game. I'm going to make sure I invest all my money, all my time, all my energy into learning new things so that I can stay ahead so that I won't fall. See, it's collectively as a whole, Black people at zero. Now, of course, there's individual wealth, right? But as a whole, Black people at zero. As a whole, for white people, they're at 100 trillion. This is like, for real, mind-blowing. Like, this is like, for real, mind-blowing stuff. And like I said, guys, it's just completely, unfortunate, that too many Black people don't know enough about enough, right? Too many Black people don't know enough about enough. And it's like time, right? It's time to know something. So here's e-commerce. We already know everybody shops online, right? Selling online. Do you guys know what drop shipping is? Because you can drop ship on Amazon, you can drop ship on Shopify, you can drop ship on WooCommerce, you can drop ship on Big Cartel, you can drop ship on Wix, you can drop ship on Facebook Marketplace, eBay. Do you guys know what drop shipping is? Or have you heard of drop shipping, or have you ever drop shipped? Who knows what drop shipping is? Who knows what drop shipping is? Let's see how many people know what drop shipping is or have ever done drop shipping. Let's see. So simply, guys, drop shipping, you can drop ship hair, clothes, jewelry, shoes, sex toys, masks, food, household goods, whatever. You literally, guys, can drop ship anything, right? You can sell anything online. The hair industry is a $200 billion industry. The clothing industry is a $300 billion industry. The jewelry industry is a $34 billion industry. Sex toys. And here's the thing about sex toys. The sales for sex toys during the pandemic went up. That's a $52 billion industry. People spend so much money on shoes. And here what blew my mind, disposable masks. Now, mask is only for the healthcare workers, right? Or the doctors, right? Masks in the last 6 months went to over $150 billion in 6 months. Somebody got rich because now the government said, we gotta wear masks. So how many of us are wearing masks every single day? And if you're a healthcare worker, unfortunately, you got to wear it every single day, all day at the job. And when you wear a mask, it weakens your immune system. Masks actually weaken your immune system. So people are actually dying wearing these masks, right? But guess what? Masks are selling. Masks are selling, right? So that's something you may want to think about selling. Hair, so everybody wears hair, right? Clothes, everybody need clothes to wear. Jewelry, everybody loves jewelry. You know, like I said, the sex toy industry went through the roof. Everybody needs shoes and household goods, such as couches, such as comforters and pillows, pots and pans, and things for the kitchen and the bathroom, your bedroom, and your living room. Right? See why I love e-commerce, guys, because there's no recruiting people, there's no sponsoring people, there's no chasing people, no calling people, no team calls, no quotas to meet, none of that. So I love e-commerce, right? I've been doing e-commerce for several years and made multiple 6 figures doing e-commerce, but overall made 7 figures doing e-commerce from home. E-commerce pays my mortgage. E-commerce allows me to sleep at night. E-commerce allows me to make 10, 20, 30 grand a month from my home. So I love e-commerce. And guess what? We're only getting started. We're just getting started with this e-commerce. Because again, this pandemic is just starting. And last week, 700,000 people applied for unemployment. 700,000 people, right? So if you said you know what drop shipping is, there's no hole in the products. All you're doing is really simply copying and pasting from one site to another site, right? So let's just say if you're selling on Amazon, if you have an Amazon store, if you're selling on Amazon and you want to drop ship right on Amazon, right? You may drop ship from Walmart. You may drop ship from eBay. You may drop ship from Target, right? To be able to now have a product in your store and you actually don't have it, but now you have a site like Walmart where you can get it for cheaper. So let's just say I have a cup and I place it on my Amazon store, or I put it in my Amazon store for $25. And I'm going to eBay and I'm getting it for $8. So whatever that profit is, all I'm doing is copying and pasting to make the profit. And Amazon pays me every week, every 2 weeks. Or if I decide to get paid every day, I can get paid every day. So I do drop shipping, right? I also drop ship on Shopify, and I also drop ship on eBay. I drop ship on Amazon, right? And you can make $100 a day, $200 a day, $500 a week, $3 grand a month, right? Some people that make $3 grand a month at their jobs and they hate their job, you can actually quit your job to do some drop shipping on eBay or Amazon, right? So, I mean, again, e-commerce, guys, is not going anywhere, and we are literally just getting started. Or you say, you know what? I don't want to drop ship. I want to hold my product. So for me, my onesies, I started this 2 months ago, where now you're trying samples and you're shipping all of this out on your own and essentially becoming your own Amazon warehouse, right? So for me, with my onesie business, I was able to now create a job for one of my daughters, right? Now I pay her $1,000 a month to help me do my business from home. She fulfills orders, she ships orders, right? She orders the supplies, she orders the stuff, she ships it to the post office, or the post office comes, right? Or the UPS comes and then she gives it to them. So I was able to create a job also for my child who's 11 years old, making $1,000 a month. She's only 11, so she don't really need $1,000 a month, but I'm grateful that I'm in a position to be able to give her or pay her $1,000 a month for helping me grow my business, right? See, this is what you call a family business, and this is what you call keeping the wealth within the family, right? Again, our ancestors, okay? And I want you guys to, be clear on this. Our ancestors, okay, were entrepreneurs. They didn't look for 401ks. They didn't look for pensions. They didn't look for a great job. They just went out. They created their own. They had their own stores. So we got to get back into that. Okay, we got to get back into this thing, guys, called entrepreneurship. So you can drop ship, or you can hold your own products, or you have samples, right? Or you can create your own website, or you can have Amazon just use their platform, or create your own website. You can do whatever it is that you want. Remember, God already gave us the power. God already said, go out and do it. Unfortunately, again, we didn't learn nothing, so we don't do nothing, right? And we only got less than 50 days left in 2020. See, here's the thing. We don't know how 2021 is going to go. All I know is that I'm in position. So when 700,000 more people apply for unemployment next week and the next week and the next following week after that, I'm in position. So when people come online, they want to learn something new, or they want to buy stuff, I'm in the position to be able to provide for them. Perfect strangers. So I'm on the other side of money. And e-commerce, guys, allows you to get on the other side of money, right? So remember I told you guys to follow my onesie page. So did you guys follow my onesie page? Let's see who followed my onesie page. Let me go on my Instagram. How many of you guys are following my onesie page? We're supposed to follow my onesie page and tag about 10, of your friends. Okay, I see some people, okay, on over here. So if you haven't followed, make sure you follow the page. Make sure you follow me and tag at least 10 of your friends in the favorite onesie that you like, okay? Now, like I said, this is to win $100. But with this onesie business, guys, I mean, it hasn't even been, like a full 2 months yet. And really, I made about $9,500. That's just in the back office of my Shopify. But really about $9,500 through the Cash App and cash, and I did a pop-up shop. So really, I really could be at 10 grand in the last 2 months selling onesies. Like I said, I didn't even realize that women love pajamas. I didn't realize that women love pajamas, right? So I was able to do this from home, and this is a whole brand new business, a whole nother niche. I never sold pajamas before. And the reason that I started this was because I was looking for a onesie, and no one had 3X, no one had 4X, no one had 5X. So I said, what about the 4X and 5X and 3X women? They don't want to look cute. They don't want to buy onesies. So I said, I'm going to create it. And I'm actually the first one to come to market to bring this plus size onesies. And it's not like it's something hard to do, right? Again, it was just an idea. Where's the 3X? Where's the 4X? Where's the 5X? And if they had 3X, 4X, and 5Xs, guess what? They was all the same designs. They was all the same. Nobody was doing anything different. So I had to come to market, and almost $10,000 in 2 months from home selling pajamas. And I didn't even know women love pajamas like this. Okay, so about 200 orders, $9,500 in the last 2 months, guys. In the last 2 months, I'm still blown away with it. And right now, I'm still making sales right now while we're on this webinar, right? Because it's called e-commerce. I'm not calling anybody. I'm not convincing anybody to do this. All I'm doing is getting my product in front of people, okay? So here's some people that I've been able to help. So one of my students, she started following me on YouTube, and she followed me on YouTube, and she found me, and she took my Amazon course. And in 6 weeks, now this was about a couple of months ago, but in 6 weeks, she was able to make $3,500. Okay. She sent me a message and she said, I made about $3,500. And she said she had to slow down a bit because she was getting too many orders. And this is her doing Amazon drop shipping. It's incredible. It's incredible, guys. Now I have another student that just started last month. And she listed her first item and she made a sale the same night. Right? Because here's the thing, more people are shopping right now. And even if we didn't have a pandemic, more people would be shopping online anyway because it's the holidays, right? I went to get me some oxtails. I'm cooking oxtails for Thanksgiving. I told the lady I like to get it early. And she said, it doesn't matter because there ain't gonna be a lot of people shopping for Thanksgiving. I said, oh, yes, it is. People gonna be shopping more for Thanksgiving. People are home, they got more money, they want to spend money, they want to eat, family members is coming over, even though the government is saying, don't come over, don't travel, people ain't listening. So more people will be shopping in the store, buying food so they can cook for Thanksgiving, right? So don't think nobody ain't spending no money on Thanksgiving. So I decided to get mine early, right? And then I have one of my students. She actually is doing Shopify, and she got some of her samples, and she made $720 at a pop-up shop in one day. Okay, she made $720. Now, this is a 19-year-old. Okay, 19-year-old, you're not going to a job to make $720 in a day, right? So now in her brain, she don't even want a job, because once you make or you get a taste of your own money and making your own money and getting your own bag, a job is a joke. A job now becomes a joke, right? And for me, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that can't see that. But for me, I know I am not interested in working for nobody ever again. Okay. So it's time, guys, to start your e-commerce business. Does anyone have any questions so far? Let's see if anyone has. Pull this up here. Let's see, anyone have? It says, I never drop ship. So I'm trying to see what you guys are saying on here. I never drop ship. Judy, I never drop ship. It says, A. Coleman, I always wrapped up with everyone else and their thoughts and their needs. Yeah. Okay, I never drop ship. So Jaquetta saying she never drop ship. Judy prefers something from someone's website. Okay. Never drop ship, never drop ship, never drop trip. I'm sure we are all home. I don't think I have IG. If so, been very long. So Neva says she don't have Instagram. Well, Neva, you definitely want to get some Instagram, because Instagram is the new wave. The new wave. That's where everybody's at. That's where customers are at. Right on Instagram. What is the cost from least to greatest to get into the category of business selling? Well, it just depends, depending on what you want to sell. For me, I want to sell onesies, right? So I got involved, I found, me a vendor. I found, me a manufacturer, and, they sent me some samples. I liked the samples and I ordered some bulk. And my first order, I think I ordered like 150. And, I went through that my first week. I went through that my very first week. So what is the cost? It says, awesome. How does it cost to start a onesie business? Well, it depends. Again, I started with a couple of samples. I got some samples, from my vendor, from my manufacturer. I think I got about 10 samples, and, I liked it. I gave away some of them to, my friends. They tried them on, they liked it. I did a photo shoot. I said, you know what? I'm about to start selling onesies. And like I said, I didn't realize what I was getting into, until I actually see I made $10,000, and there's women that love onesies. How many of you ladies wear onesies? How many of you ladies actually wear onesies or like pajamas? How many of you guys like pajamas? How many people like pajamas? And I didn't even know that women like pajamas. I didn't even notice. I did not even know this, but now I know. So now I can take this business to 6 figures. I know by the end of this month, my back office is going to say $10,000. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm going to post it. And I did this from home, from the comfort of my home. I have a marketing agency that I work with, right? And my daughter, who I work with in my home, and my husband. My husband also helped me fulfill some of the orders, right? So as I have a family business doing this, guys. And see, this is what this truly is about. See, I had to get the knowledge to learn, right? So that I can now teach, right, other people how to do this. I had to get the knowledge so that I can now say, you know what? I'm going to help my children get ahead. So my children are 19 and 11. I'm 37. So the knowledge that I have at 37, I'm giving it to my children who are 11 and 19. So by the time my children are my age, they will be well ahead of me. See, that's the goal in building wealth. You don't want your children to be at the bottom. You want your children to be ahead, but how do they get ahead if you're not ahead, right? My children can't get ahead if I'm not ahead. So I gotta be the one to invest my money, invest my time, invest my energy into learning how to get ahead and staying ahead so that I can help my children, right? See, people say they love their kids, but you ain't willing to invest in yourself for your kids. People say they love their children, but buy them Jordans all day or PS5s all day, and that's not helping you get ahead, right? You got to love your children enough that you care about their well-being now and in the future. My daughter, who's 19, has a 755 credit score. When I was 19, credit, I didn't even know nothing about credit. I just started studying credit about 5 years ago. My 19-year-old has a 755 credit score because mom got the knowledge, mom got the info, so mom was able to teach and give her child the game. So now, guess what? She's already ahead in life. She's already ahead in life. She's already ahead of me in life. I put my children on my credit as an authorized user. So if you have credit cards, and unfortunately, if you have credit cards that are maxed out, or if you have bad credit, don't put your child as authorized user, because then your child's going to have bad credit too. But if you have good credit, add your child to your credit profile, because now let's just say your child's 5 years old. By the time they're 18, they got 13 years of credit history. Do you know they'd be able to get anything that they want? They are ready to get ahead of the game, right? See, this is what wealth is all about. Helping the next generation get ahead and stay ahead, right? This is what wealthy people do. They pass down wealth through generations. This is how poverty continues, because my mother didn't know nothing. My dad didn't know nothing. So they can't teach me nothing. And then you scrambling in life, trying to figure out life, trying to figure out how to get a man, trying to figure out how to get money, trying to figure out how to live your life, and you stressed out and have anxiety, and you get nothing done, or you go nowhere, right? So wealth is passed, friends, through generations. Poverty is also passed through generations, okay? Last month, and congratulations to all of my students last month, 8 women launched their business, okay? One of my students launched her business yesterday. She made $300 in one day. She has never made $300 in one day in her business. okay? Because of the internet, because of my help, because of people shopping, because the way the world is going, she was in the right position. And I don't even know how much she really made, because I talked to her during the day. I don't know how much she made overall, right, on her first day of launch. When I first launched my onesie business, I wanted to make $1,000. My first day, I made 800. I made $817. I wanted to make 1,000. So I was short. But guess what? $800 my first day selling pajamas, and I didn't know nothing about this industry. Simply because I have an e-commerce store. So I helped 8 women last month in 30 days start their business and launch their business, right? See, that's empowering. That's inspiring. That makes me sleep at night knowing that I made an impact. See, those students, those women will never forget me, right? See, it's about making an impact in someone's life, right? That's what God wants us to do, right? God wants us to make an impact, right? And if you're not making an impact, what are you actually doing in life, right? So these are the things that we need to know, guys. So I'm giving you guys the opportunity tonight for you guys that are serious, that are interested in learning drop shipping and learning how to start your own clothing business, your own mass business, your own jewelry business, you know, your own household good business, your own water business, your own slipper business, your own shoe business, your own nail business, your own lash business, your own hair business, whoever, right? Or whatever you want to sell, okay? I've been coaching people for over 5 years. I've helped a lot of people make money. I've helped people quit their jobs. I've helped people make 6 figures. I've helped people make 5 figures. I help people make $1,000 a month. Okay, this is my passion. This is what I do. This is what I eat, sleep, and breathe. So tonight, right, I'm gonna take about 30 people, right? And I'm going to show you how to make your first $1,000 in 30 days. I'm going to give you a $2,000 formula in 10 days through drop shipping. One of my students made $2,000 in 10 days drop shipping. And I show you guys it in the back office, okay? How to source products. So if you want to sell household products, I show you how to source. There's different softwares, right, that I'm going to show you how to find profitable products to be able to post and list on Amazon, how to become an Amazon affiliate. Now, people underestimate this Amazon affiliate program. I'm an Amazon affiliate. An Amazon affiliate program pays you 3 to 6% on each product that you sell in your Amazon affiliate store. Right? You don't have to hold nothing. You don't have to ship anything. You don't even got to drop ship, right? All you're really doing is marketing the product. Marketing the product. These people making 5 and 6 figures being an Amazon affiliate, okay? I have a private group. There's about 200 entrepreneurs. Also, I'm going to get access to about 25 exclusive vendors. One is the onesie vendor. One is a vendor for shoes. Another one is for protective gear. Another one is for masks. Another one is for hair, waist trainers, fitness gear. I have so many, right? So whatever business, whatever you want to start, guess what, guys? I have the manufacturer for it, right? And again, this allows you now to be on the other side of money. So how to set up your Shopify store and Amazon store. So if you want to sell physical products and you want to sell products from your home, I'm going to show you how to set up a Shopify. I'm going to show you how to set up your e-commerce, your Amazon. If you decide that you want to drop ship and you're saying, I don't even want to hold, any products. Now, how to set up an LLC. A lot of people don't realize that a LLC is the way to build in wealth. Okay, Donald Trump gave this SBA loan, and if you had an LLC before January 2020, you was getting up to $100,000, and all you had to do was sign, and you got the money within 2 days. So some of my business partners got like 50 grand, some of them got 100 grand, some of them got 10 grand, I got 25 grand, right? By simply having an LLC in place. And that money is for my business to be able to grow and scale my business. How to use Facebook Marketplace to sell. And Facebook Marketplace is free. Okay. And I'm going to give you access to resources about credit and also life insurance, stocks, and gaining capital to fund your business. Okay. So this is starting tonight. All right. I'm also going to show you how to do Facebook ads. I'm also going to show you how to brand yourself. I'm also going to show you where to get logos from. I'm also going to show you how to set a 90-day goal. Okay. I'm also going to show you how to set up a fan page, how to set up an Instagram page for you guys that don't have Instagram, and creating content. And the biggest thing, guys, is mindset training. Okay. You have to know what to do and how to do it, and a decision that you need to make, guys, to move and win. Right. So the mindset, remember I said 80% of winning, 80% of success is your mind. It's 20% of the work. So mindset training, guys, I'm going over that as well to help you change your mind. I'm going to give you a list of books and audios that you can tap into, that you can start reading, that's going to transform your mind into the entrepreneur that you want to be. Okay. So who's interested? Who's interested in this? Who is interested in starting their own store? Who's interested in getting their Shopify or Amazon and e-commerce together? See, I charge $2,000 to work with me for 30 days. And I actually have a waiting list, right, for people to work with me, because again, I don't like working with everybody. I only like working with people who are hungry. I only like working with people who are go-getters. I like working with people who are coachable and trainable. That's why those 8 women were able to launch a business, because they were coachable, they were trainable, and they were able to listen to me and take the information and say, you know what? I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to do exactly what she says, right? So that I can go and be great too. So I usually charge about $2,000, right, for one-on-one training. And, like I said, I have a waiting list, for this. And come next year, I probably go up on my prices, because I think it's time, for me to go up on, my prices. At the end of the day, guys, my price, I'm only going to attract the people that want to work with me, right? I can't work with, people that don't want to work with me, because I'm in the changing lives business. I'm not in the convincing. I don't need to convince anybody to do this. If you already know that your bank account, you're tired of your bank account being on negative or on E, then you need to make a change, right? It's not about prayer. I got to pray about it. No, it's about you taking action to seize the opportunity that's before you. So tonight, what I'm giving away, guys, is my Shopify training, which I charge $2,500 for, and my Amazon training, which I charge $2,000 for. And then I charge $500 for 2 hours to talk to me, right? Or give you a strategy lesson, right? For 2 hours. So tonight you're going to get the Shopify training. You're going to get the Amazon training, plus a 2-hour live group coaching training inside of my group on Facebook. Okay. So this is like a value of like $5,000. Okay. $5,000. Now you don't have to come out your pocket with $5,000 tonight. So the class starts tonight, because everything is recorded. You log in and you go through the course as many times as you need. You have the course for life. Everything that's in there will be updated as I get updates on Amazon, as I get updates on Shopify. You're going to get those updates too, okay? You're going to receive your login. You'll be able to access the group, okay? Plus, you're going to get access to my Black Wealth class for 90 days, where I go over stocks and I go over life insurance and creating your own retirement plan through life insurance, which is something called an IUL, an Index Universal Life Insurance Policy. This is what banks use for retirement. This is what the wealthy use for retirement, not 401ks and pensions. They use life insurance policies to build wealth for retirement as a living benefit and a death benefit, right? See, I wouldn't have known this if I had a job. Thank God I don't have a job, right? Now I was able to tap into some of my mentors. I was able to tap into some of my groups and my networking groups, and they was able to teach me about creating my own retirement plan. So all of this, guys, is about $6,500. Okay, all of this is about $6,500. People pay $2,000 for the course. People pay $1,500 for the course. People pay $2,500 for the course. Because you guys are on this webinar tonight, you're getting 2 courses and 2 hours of training with me, where we can go over your business, we can go over your LLC, we can go over everything about your business. 2-hour training, right? So we're going to go over a 2-hour training once you get your website set up. So tonight, all you got to invest is $347 one time, plus this is a write-off. Okay, it's a write-off. This is an educational expense towards your business. If you don't know about write-offs, this is what wealthy people use. Donald Trump didn't pay any taxes because he has so many write-offs. He only pays $750 because he has so many write-offs. Okay, what write-offs do is lower your taxable income. Remember, I said employees pay the highest tax. This lowers your taxable income. Okay, it lowers your taxable income by $347. This is the educational expense, right? When you run your taxes, I spent $347 on a course, and guess what? That lowers your taxes by $347. So this is actually a benefit. This is a benefit. It's an investment, and it's a benefit for you and the future of your family and the next generation, right? So here's how it works. This code is going to expire at midnight, okay? Go to LEARNWITHTANISHA.INFO, okay? And then when you check out, you're going to use the code FREEDOM, okay? You're going to use the code FREEDOM, okay? Like I said, this will expire, okay, at midnight. This is going to expire at midnight. Let me look at the comments. If anyone has any questions, let's see. Let's see. So, young lady, they be me. How young can they be? Okay. Let me stop my screen. Stopping my screen so I can read you guys' comments. I can see everyone on here. It says, I know I need to file a 1099 for tax purposes, but do I have to pay a fee to register a small business online? If I'm making any sense, I see the slide with info. Okay, so here's how this works, okay? Anything that you want to do in business, you got to pay for it. Anything that you want, you got to pay for it, right? Anything worth having, you want to pay for it, right? So remember, we have the mindset of free, 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 free. I want everything for free, right? Free gets you nowhere, right? So for me, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars into my brain, into my mindset, so that I can be where I'm at, right? So I can be able to help other people, okay? Like I said, this code expires at midnight, right? So the website is LearnWithTanisha.info. This is only for the serious people that want to get started before 2021 comes and have a business up and running by Christmas. Okay, you already missed the Black Friday, you missed the Halloween, you missed the Thanksgiving, right? But at least you can get into some sales for Christmas, right? But again, you got to be able to invest in yourself, right? So if you go to LearnWithTanisha.info, okay, you're going to put the word freedom in at checkout. Okay, you're going to put the word freedom in at checkout. All right, and this code expires at midnight. And this is a deal that I have never did before. Okay, I never did this before. I never gave away 2 courses, for less than the price of one, and on top of 2-hour coaching, for you to set up your business, your fan pages, and all of these different things for you guys to win and start building. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So Jaquetta is saying she's interested. Yeah, I got 10,000. So Jaquetta is saying she got 10,000 from the loan, which is great. Absolutely, amazing. That's great. So again, those that didn't have, a LLC set up, then, they weren't able to tap into it. But those that did, guess what? Now they were able to get some money, right? So the website, if you guys don't have any questions, the website is LEARNWITHTANISHA.INFO. Okay. LEARNWITHTANISHA.INFO. Okay. Once you go to checkout, you're going to type the word in freedom. You're going to type the word freedom in. And now you're going to be able to see, and you'll be able to join my group with over 200 entrepreneurs in there. Okay. And then you're going to be able to get 2 courses for less than the price of 1. Okay. This code expires at night. Can you repeat what are the courses? So I'm going to go over. I'll share my screen. I'll share my screen. I'll share my screen. So it's a Shopify training and Amazon drop shipping training. So if you decide to say, I want to drop ship, where I want to copy and paste from Amazon to Walmart, or Walmart to Amazon, or Amazon to eBay, right? You can. Or if you just want to use Shopify, you could drop ship on Shopify, or you can just drop ship on eBay or drop ship on Facebook Marketplace, okay? Show you right here. So how to make your first $1,000, a $2,000, how to make 2K in 10 days, how to source products, the software you need, accessing my group. I have over 25 exclusive vendors, how to set up an Amazon store, how to set up a Shopify store, how to set up an LLC, how to sell on Facebook Marketplace, resources for your credit, how to invest in stocks, and how to gain capital. Facebook advertising. Now, Facebook advertising alone, people pay $5 grand for just to learn Facebook advertising, right? Because everybody knows Facebook advertising is everything. People know that Facebook advertising is everything, right? How do you see ads all the time? Right through Facebook, right through Instagram, and Facebook bought Instagram, right? And I'm gonna show you how to brand yourself like I did for my onesies. I have a formula for it, how I branded my onesies and how I got logos for it and how I started marketing and how I started using influencers, to help me build it. I'm gonna go over a 90-day goal setting, accessing capital, setting up fan pages, Instagram pages, creating content, and a mindset training. You're gonna get 2 courses plus 2-hour live training. Okay, you're going to get 2 courses, and I never did this before, giving away 2 courses, on in one, less than 1 course, and it starts tonight. You're able to log in, you're able to start going through it, and you get into the group with over 200 of my students, and you get 90 days free of my Black Wealth class, so you get into that group because I go live in that group once per month, and I got over 40 people in that group right now, paying me $25 a month, okay? And then you get a 2-hour live group training, okay? You got a 2-hour live group training. So once your store is set up or once your website is already set up, okay, then I'm gonna go over making sure you got everything set up. I'm gonna make sure that you're contacting your suppliers. I'm gonna make sure you're contacting your vendors the right way. You're setting up your LLC. You're setting up your website, your brand, your logo, your social medias. This is where we're at. Can you repeat the course? I just ordered a 30-day funnel challenge. Okay, so the 30-day challenge, is totally different. From this, Jaquetta, is totally different. From this, the code ends at midnight tonight. So this is definitely something that, you guys want to take, advantage of. But who's ever interested, definitely get, started tonight. The 30-day challenge is a great challenge because it teaches you funnels, right? Setting up sales funnels. This is totally different. This is totally, 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 totally different. This is selling things with e-commerce. The 30-day challenge is not e-commerce. This is simply, e-commerce. So does anyone have any more questions? Does anyone have any more questions? I'm going to look on Instagram to see who got the best notes. Let me see. Who has the best notes?
Tanisha,
Yes.
sorry, because I have posted the question, but I know you're busy doing something else. Can I just ask you over here?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what about if we're not sure right now what we want to sell? As I want to do the course, but
Well, here's the thing. This is why you take the course, so you can get an idea. Because remember, you can sell anything. You can start with mask.
okay.
Mask is flying off the shelves. I'm getting my onesies. I'm getting masks saying onesie queens now. I'm be selling onesie queen masks.
And we can sell more than one thing once we start, progressing. Like once we're in
So
there.
let's just say, you want to start with masks. Then you want to start with go to jewelry. Then you want to start selling dresses and clothes. You can have your own boutique. You want to start selling hair. You want to sell lashes. I mean, see, the sky is the limit, really, with this. It's just getting started is the key, right? The key is getting started so that you can have something to look forward to, so that you can scale something, so that you can stay ahead, right? That's the biggest thing, right? That's the biggest thing, getting started and doing something. For everybody that doesn't have a business, now is your opportunity to get some education to learn how to start a business. And then now you're able to be connected to me. And now we're going to do a 2-hour training. Once your store is already set up, we're going to do a 2-hour training inside the group, or we'll do a Zoom, like we're doing now. And we're able to set up and hold you accountable to doing what you said you're going to do, right? If you said, you know what, Tanisha, I'm going to sell these masks, let's make sure you got the manufacturers, making sure you got your vendor, making sure you got your website, making sure you got your brand up, all of these different things that come into play that I'm going to help and guide you with. But the time is now, ladies. So happy holidays, right, to everybody. Everybody that's here. Happy holidays. Have a great holiday. On Thanksgiving, don't eat too much because Thanksgiving is next week. Thursday, if you haven't did your Thanksgiving shop, I don't know if you're going away, I don't know if you're traveling, but I'm not traveling. I'm actually staying home. My family, will, come over and eat, and we're just gonna, relax and chill. We can't go nowhere, so we're not gonna be, going anywhere. But this is exactly what I'm gonna be doing, just planning for 2021, because we only got less than 50 days, not even less than 45 days in 2020 to go into 2021. So for me, I'm going to just stay in position, right? I'm going to stay in position to keep moving forward and helping more people to get ahead. So if anyone doesn't have any more questions, I'm going to look on Instagram. I'm going to see who tagged me on Instagram. So like I said, you go to the top. I'm show you guys now. You go to the top, this little button right here. It's like a little camera, right? You take a picture of all your notes, right? You tag, you put at Coach Tanisha Marie, tag me. I'll get the tag, I'll reshare it, and I'll see who did it. Okay, I'll see who actually did it, and then I'm gonna just pick a person and give away $100 simply because you followed me, you followed my page, and you took great notes. So happy holidays, guys. So you're welcome, guys. Thank you for coming and joining me tonight, because you could have been anywhere else but you're here. So thank you guys for, coming on. Hopefully you continue to follow me. Hopefully you get yourself, in position, and I'll see you guys, in class. Have a great night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night,
Good night.
Tanisha. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.